Alright, so next on the chopping block is this. So if you watched my previous videos of the outside of the van, you would know what this thing is. If you do not know, pause this and go back and watch all the parts, I think they're called, part 1, part 2, part 3, right up till now, and you would know what this thing is. Well, it's finally off the roof of the van, and it's going straight in the garbage. So, it had 4 screws over here, tap screws right down into the roof. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And there's 4 over here. I'll throw on the light here so you can see better. And 4 there, and then 4 going across. Boy, they riddled the roof. So anyway, I took that off, and I was shocked to notice that the lid is gone. So this is the roof vent that I've showed you previously inside a good few many times. Well, the lid is gone. That's common. I've guessed someone left it up and the wind took it. You know, that's the only thing I can think of. But the arm is here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be bent like that. I'll have to look into it. The hinge is still here and in mint shape. I gotta say, the stainless... Oh, sorry about that. The stainless steel actually stinks. What an odor. I don't know if that's normal for stainless steel like this. Or is this stainless steel? No, it's white metal, sorry. That's white metal. Sorry about that, but it really smells. But anyway, there's the hinge, and it goes back and forth really well. So all I need is to find the lid. I do have the spinner for that, the little dial that brings this up. So, I'll show you for the people that are taking these apart. So this is just laid on the roof. It's kind of squeezed in from the other plates. And I'll show you there is no screws around here at all. The lid just goes over this a little bit, just hides it, and this thing keeps it down. So this is the top end of it, and there's no screw holes over here, but you can see little dowels here for the screws. You got to get at that from the inside of the van. So I'll show you what it looks like from the inside without the lid. So I do believe, yes, I had it backwards for you, sorry about that. So it looks just like this from inside the van. You have a screw here, a screw here, and there's screws along the sides here. And that's those little dowels I was talking about, that's where they go into. Screws and glue. So when you take that off, you take this piece off. This thing will just fall down, hit you in the head. And then you got the screen plate. And of course that comes off with screws. And you have to take out your... I do not know, hold on now. Here we go. Oh, something fell. Anyway, yes, it goes right in here. So there's your arm piece. That brings that rod that was there. That brings it up and down when you move it back and forth. There's a little screw in there. That got to come out. And then you take this off. And you can see it's on by a little thread there. Some of these rounded out over the years. This one's in perfect shape. So when that comes off, you got free reign of taking this off. You can see a little hole there that's made for it. So I'm going to show you. There we go. A little sticky there. I'm going to show you that screen now in a minute. And this is where the screws went down into. These little clips here. You can see there's quite a few many. And then when you're done with that, you take this off, and just, you know, it goes through the roof here, as you can see. This part here is the inside, that's the outside, that lays on the top of the roof. And, you know, it's like that. And there's the lip. The gasket actually looks really well, but it was leaking, so that do need to be replaced, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you how to replace your screen. This thing has already done a number, set to falling off. Okay, you see that there? It's just like a little string or a wire, something like that. So anyway, it goes down in that little channel right there, and that's what holds this grill down. And I can show you. You see it there? Keeps from falling out, but you can bring it up very slowly. And then you can replace your screen. And that's how that works. And then you can put this back down. Now, I did notice mine has gone short. I don't know if a piece fell off over the years, right to here, to the corner here. So I may have to get another piece. I'm going to reuse this, if it don't break. And I'm just going to get another little piece. I don't know if a piece of wire would fit. You know, for instance, I got this on the side here. Something a little bit of a heavier gauge. And it'll fit. Guarantee you. So there you go. So if you got anything hanging around, any old wire, I got a few spools over there. You could probably use that. So whatever the case may be, if this is completely rotted and gone, which I'm thinking most cases that it's not fit to put back in. This here got a few little rips and tears, you can see. Well, what do you expect after? This will be recorded on the 41st year of its existence. So, this is 41 years old. And there's a good piece there that it was not connected. And there you go. It's just like a string or a wire, whatever you want to call it. So, voila. And it comes out. So I need to get in a little bit of this. And that's your event. Oh, something fell. Anyway, this is it. This is the thing. So I'll clean this up now with an SOS pad or steel wool or same thing. And just clean it up because I don't know what's going on. It's got an odor to it. It don't make sense. It's got a... Yeah. It's a weird odor. But it'll come out, I'm guessing. So I'll soak this and clean it up. And it is white metal. I'm sorry about that. But a stainless steel is not stainless steel. So anyway, there's the vent. And make sure your vent got that, because you're going to need that for sure. Some of these, I'm guessing, were rounded out in there, or stripped out, whatever you want to call it. And there you go. So it's a few pieces. The arm goes on that, and it brings this arm up. Like I said, I got to figure out if that is normal or not. If anybody know about these old ones, let me know. See if that's normal or not. I don't restore campers or anything, so I don't know if that's normal. It don't look normal. You can see that this is flat and it's touching off the lid. Now it's down flat, so I may have to straighten that out. I say common sense tell you that needs to be straightened out. Yeah. Alright, so there's the vent. So there's the product cleaned up. It looks pretty good. I just got to bend back this arm now and go to a tinsmith and see if he can make a tin roof for me. Or I was looking to see if I can probably get a cover for it. It's a very oddball shape size vent. So I gotta see if I could come across the top of that. I don't know yet if I'm going to paint this another color or keep it the kind of the stainless steel look. I'm not sure, but that smell I was talking about, it's gone now, so it must have just old mold or something built up on the rails that sandwiched between the roof, the top layer and the second layer in between. It must have been just years of water being there, because remember I was showing you that it would have been leaking over on this side, because this is the roof part, and it was leaking over on this side, the water, and I think it was leaking for many years. So maybe it was just that, or whatever the case. But there's no odor anymore, and I just got to see if I can get a cover for this now. If I can get the plastic cover, it'd be best kind. But if I can't, I'll have to get a tinsmith or something to come up with something very close in design. Okay, so we have the old mesh screen netting, and I got some new stuff here, and I cut that out into a perfectly square here. You see it's lined up, and I just laid this over to make sure that I had enough overlapping. So we'll take the other piece here now, the metal piece, and you can see that that's where it went in the video. So I get the new stuff, and I'll sorry about the noise, and I'll just lay this over like that, and you can see the string part. I showed you in the old one, you can reuse the string if it's not, you know, real bad with dry rot or anything. And you can see it goes on that, and then you trim the excess going around. Don't trim it too much, because this could shrink or it could expand, who knows, due to the weather in your area. And you can see that I do have a good piece here missing, so I'm gonna have to get some string or get creative with that. So I'll cut this. So this is what it looks like when your string stuff is in there. I don't know what you would call it. It just holds down your mesh anyway. You can see I got it there. You can see that I never used the original stuff. When I went to use it, I've noticed that, you know, it's ran its course, and it's not as spongy type, you know, like kind of expands when it goes into like a lock. It don't do that no more. So I had to I just used regular, like almost like a speaker wire or electrical wire, you know what I mean. I just put it in there, just that, you know, it's just a single wire, and I put it around there, and you can see where I cut it right there. But I did it nice and tight. You can feel it's almost, you know, it's like a piano string. It's right nice and tight, and I'll show you. There's no wrinkles in it. It's in really good shape. So what I've done, I put a clamp here. I used a little tiny clamp like this. You can use any old clamp you want, and clamp it down with the mesh here. Clamp it here, and then clamp it here. And probably start in the middle somewhere. Don't ever start in the corners. Start in the middle and work your way around till it stops about here, and then go here, and then work your way around here. Then stop, and then take your clamps off, because if you work your way down more, you would rip the mesh, and you don't want that. So take the clamps off. By then the sides are nice and tight, and this side is tight going across here and going across, so that's nice and tight. So take your clamps off when you're going halfway with it, and you get that nice straight feeling with no wrinkles in it at all. It's really nice. It's a sin now that I have to cut it now for the little winding wheel, but I have to do it. So when you're finished here, you cut the excess going around. Don't go cut it out too much, because you will see it. But I would cut it probably halfway through, or just a little bit back. And you can see there's a little dip there. Maybe cut on that little dip. Reason why, you may have to come back and tighten it again or loosen it, depending on the weather, where your screen is going to be exposed to whatever, the sun or just the heat itself. It may shrink or it may expand, not sure, but it probably will do it. If it don't, perfect, you got off scot-free, you know. So, but anyway, you can see there I have to push down a little bit, but make sure when you're pushing down, I got something blunt. You know, I use these wire cutters. Use something blunt, and that's a perfect size too to push down there. If you go off a little bit, you will tear the mesh screening. And what I've used, I never told you what I used there. It's a I do believe it's a fiberglass. Yes, it's a fiberglass mesh grill, and you can get the metal if you want. And to end the video, we have the top, the last piece, and that's just still wrapping left on, so the top don't get scratched up. You can see it's like sounds like it's tinted, black tint almost. It came in the box like this, and you had to assemble this rod over here. Now, camera, there you go. You can see there. I put these on wrong. I had to put these on the outside. Put the nuts on the outside, so you see the screw heads on the outside here, but I gotta switch it over. So, you know, I still gotta fix the little rod that I had. It was a little bent, remember? And I gotta put like a bolt and washer through there because the top piece is broken on that, of course, and it can't be replaced without replacing the whole arm. I don't want to do that. This piece here is a little different from the original, so I got to probably drill these out and just add on to the hinges. As you see here, the hinges are a little different than the older one, so if I drill those rivets out, I can just screw these into the new top, and that would be okay. But overall, it's still a good piece. It's not really high. I don't really like the high ones, you know. And you can see it's got a bit of a bulge on top here from the lip, but you know, it's not too bad. You know, I hate the ones that go right up in the ear. They're good for RVs and stuff like that, and campers, but not for vans. So that's it. That's the cover.